Okay, the first is remainder theorem. If a polynomial f of x is divided by, remember you saw this last week. I think I may have used k on Friday, sorry. Today I'm going to use c. So if it's divided by x minus c, then the remainder is f of c, meaning that instead of like plugging in c and evaluating that way, you can use synthetic division, which is actually, when you use synthetic division to evaluate, it is called synthetic substitution. If I can spell it right. Synthetic substitution. So instead of replacing straight into the function, you're going to use synthetic division to do it. Hopefully I spelled that right. Okay. So we'll do a couple. I think you're going to catch on pretty fast. So here's the difference between last week, like what you did on Friday, and today. On Friday, if you are dividing by x minus c, you have to do, like, find the 0 to get the c value, or I think I called it k on Friday. Today, you do not, like for this first section, you do not have to change the sign or solve or anything like that. So make a note to yourself, do not change sign for c, because it's already going to give you c or maybe x, just depends on what it has it written as. Do not change the sign for c on these because it's already given to you, okay? So look at this first one. You're told that c equals -3. So remember, -3 goes up here. And then you take the coefficients. 1 is right here. +8, +12, -7, -14. You remember this, kind of? You actually did your work on Friday. Okay, you then bop that into the top here. So write down your coefficients. 1, 8, 12, -7, -14. Okay, do you remember what the first step is? It's not very even. It's kind of annoying. What's the first thing I do? You bring it down. Nice. Bring down the 1. Then you're going to multiply. I'll kind of circle it with my little laser thing. That and that. So 1 times -3, I get -3. Then you add, you add these two. So 8 plus -3, that would give me 5. Okay, now you're multiplying again. Hold on, let's scoot it up. Okay, so multiply again. -3 times 5 is -15. Add down the -3. You're multiplying again. -3, -3, that gives me 9. +9. Add and you get 2. And now you're doing, again, the last one, -3 times 2 is -6. Add down, it's -20. Okay, this is your remainder. So maybe like box it or something. R. Because when you divide, sometimes things don't divide evenly. So that's your remainder. Remember, we did this on Friday. So what's cool about this synthetic substitution is that's not your like answer to a division problem. That is actually what you would get if you were to plug in -3. So f of -3 is that remainder. It is -20. So would it divide evenly? No, but also it's the same thing as if you were to plug in -3. But maybe a little bit faster. Okay, there's something that's problematic about 8. Look at it. What is 8 missing? Your terms need to stair step. So you start at x to the third. Which one is it missing? It's got x to the third, x squared, and then it goes a constant. What's it missing? This one. X. Okay, so it would need to stair step all the way down. X to the third, x to the second, x to the first, constant. So you have to fill that in missing term with a 0, and that applies to all the division we're going to do. Again, you are given C, so you don't need to change the sign, so 7. And now fill those numbers in for the coefficients, so that would be 8, -5, 0, -1. And then it's the same story. Bring it down. Multiply by 7. 56 sound good? Okay, add down. You get 51, and wow, okay, so I think that's, I'm not sure. 7, I got that wrong. 357, right, because 7 times 5 is 35, duh, 1 times 7, okay. 357, add down. That's a big number. 7 times 357, I don't know. So if you could type it in, that'd be great. Yeah, 2,499. But then you're adding -1 to that, so it gets one less. 2,498. So again, this is your remainder every single time. Doesn't matter what kind of problem we're doing in synthetic division, that's the remainder, the last box, or the last number on the bottom right. But because you're trying to evaluate with the remainder theorem, it's f of 7, and when I plug in 7 into that equation, I would get 2,498. So it's kind of a cool application. Can you please try number 9 on your own? How do you go? Check with people at your table, see if you can get it. I will put it on the board, but try it yourself. Ooh. You're missing a term. Be careful. Which means you should have a 0 somewhere. Hold on. Did I do that right? I don't know that it is right. One. That is right. I feel like I messed that up. It's for sure supposed to be 2. That would be my mistake. It's like, what am I doing wrong? I know this turned out different last class. Yeah, okay, so maybe don't copy down my example because I got that wrong. Oh, that's annoying. Something seemed wrong. Okay, yeah, it would be helpful if I wrote down the correct coefficient.
It's Monday.
Yeah, it is Monday. There you go. Okay, so there should be a lot of zeros now. Okay, you multiply diagonally, remember? So you should get -5, sorry. Multiply the number at the bottom times the number on the side, and then you add down. F of -2 should be -5. Hopefully you didn't make the same mistake I did. Remember, you need to have a 0 for x squared because it's missing that term. Okay, last one, super similar, obviously. This is called factor theorem, which says that you can check if something is a factor without factoring by using synthetic division. So given a polynomial function f of x, x minus c is a factor of f of x if and only if f of c is 0. So what that says is it's only a factor if when you divide by it, the remainder is 0, which would make sense. It should divide out evenly in order for it to be a factor. Like a factor of 48 is 6 because 48 divided by 6 divides evenly, okay? So if you get a remainder, it's not a factor because then it wouldn't divide evenly. I will start you off in this first one, then you're basically going to do the rest on your own. So here's the difference with this one. You do have to solve for C. It's not going to be given to you. You'll be given the factor, or what you were hoping is a factor. Solve for C, which means that you're going to have to change the sign. Right? So, for example, this is like what you did last tweak. If I have x plus 1, then I think I called it k on Friday, but c would be, what's a 0 from that? -1. Are you with me? The next one would be, if it's x minus 5, I would be using positive 5. If I have x plus 6, I would be using -6. Okay, so just to clarify. So now we're going to do the first set together, and then you'll do the rest on your own. Okay, let's see. So we're starting off with, we're doing synthetic division 3 times. So the first time with -1. So let's see, we're missing a term. Which one are we missing? X squared. So it starts x to the third, so you have to stair step down from that. So 0x squared is what's missing. So it's going to go 1, 0, -31, 30. And drop down the 1, bring it down, multiply, and carry on your way. 1 times -1 is -1. Add down, multiply, add down, multiply, and add down, which is, got to be careful with your signs, because if you messed up your signs in that last one, you probably think it'd come out to 0, but it doesn't. It comes out to 60. So is the remainder 0? No. So no, because f of -1 is not 0. So it is not a factor. It would need to divide evenly, and it does not. So you can cross that one out or something. Okay, you're going to do the same thing for, what, 5 and -6? So 2 more times. Ready to go. So you're doing this, right? So you're going to set it up for 5 and do the same thing. You're trying to see if it comes out to 0. You should get x minus 5 is a factor. Yes, because f of 5 is 0. Look at that right there. This one is 60, which is why it's not. So this is a yes. It's checked all that apply. So keep going. Do it with 6 as well. -6, sorry. Oh, that one works too. What a fun day. Okay. Yes, because f of, not f, yeah, f of -6 is equal to 0. So the last two work, the first one does not, since it gave you a remainder of 60, and well, that does not divide evenly then. So can you please try the last two? You can work with people at your table, check the screen. If you are good on 10 and 11, then you know that you have a grasp on this. Again, you were not told what C is. You have to figure out first, because I gave you a polynomial. You have to find the 0. Okay, try 10 and 11. You can check with the board when you think you have it. And then today you just have a worksheet over all of synthetic division. I don't know if I'll do this one right. That one was not missing a term, right? Because it stair steps down. X to the third, x squared, x to the first, constant. It has everything, so you don't need to put a 0 in. It's only if it skips that you need to put a 0 in. Like the next word skips. X to the third, x squared, constant, what did this get?
Uh,
The x, yeah. So you put in a 0 in the x spot.
I don't know why it didn't make sense at first.
That's
I was
okay.
just acting like I knew. Now I know that.
Okay. Is that right? Yes.
You change the sign when
It's not solved for you. Like if I give you an equal sign, or if I tell you what C is or what X is, you don't have to change the sign. But if it's like
you
this,
change the sign on this one?
yes, you have to.
That's not right. You gotta